I had to tell you this. Okay, so I literally just got to my hotel in Arizona. I just activated a couple of clients because a couple of you joined, and that's really fun. It's really fun when, I'm in a plane and so many of you are joining. So that's really cool. So congratulations. But here's something that happened at the airport that I want to tell you about. So first of all, give me a hello so I can see who's watching. And we'll let people come on. I got to tell you what happened at the airport today. Okay. Hello from Scottsdale. See, there's my room. Hello, Marite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but hello. Hi, Melanie. Melanie, were you asking me about the luggage? I'll tell you about that. Hey, Pooja. Hi, Pooja. So I get to the airport. My flight is at 9. Boarding is at 8:30. I get to the airport probably like around, like 6:30. I have all my paperwork. I'm very organized. And so I get to the airport and there's a long lineup, not a long lineup, but it's just taking a long time for the check-in. So that's fine. But here's the thing. I can feel that people are getting agitated in the line. Have you guys ever felt that before? Like there was this couple right behind me. I only know the man's name. His name was Mark. And the reason I know his name was Mark was because his partner kept telling him to calm down. Do you know that energy? Because now people are worried they're going to miss their flight. People don't understand why it's taking so long to check in, especially when you're at priority boarding. So people are starting to get that energy of irritation and frustration and anxiety about missing their flights. But in that moment, as I can hear Mark's partner saying, calm down, Mark, I'm just repeating to myself that it's all good. I'm going to be on the plane. This is going to be really, really smooth. Around me was chaotic. Then we had to go to another lineup afterwards. That lineup snaked, I swear, like around Terminal 1. It was so long. So then we do that lineup. Then we have to go, and that's just to get through security. And you can feel the tension, and some children are losing it. Children are losing it, and I completely understand that. Then we hit the lineup for U.S. Customs, and I'm going to post a picture in the comments of that lineup. That lineup is huge. So now people are freaking out. There was this one woman that burst into tears because it's about 8:07 and her flight leaves at 8:30. We're boarding at 8:30 and my flight leaves at 9. But I just kept saying to myself, I'm going to be on the plane and it's going to be beautiful. So here's some things that I did because I was really aware of my thoughts and the beliefs that I held. So number one, there was a gentleman that I had met in my very first lineup who was lovely. Such an interesting man, actually. I could have talked to him forever. Well, Lord knows we were in the line long enough. And then I saw him in the U.S. Customs line and he was like, I don't know about us not making it. And I said, you and I are going to be on the plane. We're going to be on that plane. So I was not entertaining any thought that I was not going to be on the plane. Then the other thing that I did was I was just texting Paul and I said, wow, Paul, look at this lineup. And a part of me at one point was going to text him and say, I don't know if I'm going to make the plane, but I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? Because if I'm holding the belief that I'm sitting on the plane, I cannot text, I may not make the plane. Which belief am I holding? So I was tempted to text that, but I didn't. I caught it. So I share this with you because tomorrow, for those of you that are clients, we're back at goals. And this is what we're going to be talking about. This is lesson 1. The other thing that I did to reinforce my belief that I was going to be on that plane was I did not look at my phone. I didn't have a watch on, so if I was going to see the time, it would be on my phone. I didn't want to see the time because the time is the time. I cannot control that. I cannot even control if the plane leaves or doesn't leave. I can only control my state during that. The other thing I did was I created an energy bubble around me, and I was like, if people were, because people were upset, if people were gonna, I saw Mark again in the US custom lines, he was not happy. But I was not going to take that on. So it was, I had this image of this kind of being protected around me, so that if people started, if their energy came, it would kind of bounce off this invisible barrier where I was protecting myself. So at about 10 to 9, now remember our flight's leaving at 9, I just take a look in my phone, in my emails, just to see if there's an update about the flight. And it says that the flight has been delayed to 9:25. So that was going to happen. I could have spent all that time. I didn't even have time to go to the lounge. I mean, I was dropped off, and then I was just in line until I went and just boarded. I could have spent those 2 hours chatting with people about Pearson, chatting with people about customs, chatting with people about the length of the lines, and people should, because that was a conversation that was happening around me. But I didn't. I could have gone on a text conversation with Paul back and forth about, oh my God, I hope I don't miss my plane, and what if I do? What will I do? I didn't. The other thing was, I also asked for what's in my highest service, what's in my best self. So even if I did miss the plane, even if it was for my best, it was in my best interest to do that, and I would figure it out. I would just send emails from the airport and wait for the next flight. But I was not going to allow the dominant vibration to control me. I got to tell you, this would not have happened years ago. Years ago, I would have been a mess, and I would have made it here, but I was so calm and I was so pleasant to everybody because I had a great attitude. Attitude is your thoughts, feelings, and your actions. And this is something that we study in the material that we study together as a group every single day. And Leanne is leading tomorrow's 6 a.m. call, and she's going to be teaching you exactly how she applied this material. But I tell these stories of the airport. I tell these stories about the adoption. I tell these stories about me choosing between a coffee and a cappuccino, because this is living the material. Like, are you getting it? Like, it's not when you reach your million that, oh, now I'm living the material. This is living the material. Oh, Lord, help the people that are right beside me. Hopefully they're going to be like, that Canadian woman, she's always yelling at some people. But do you get it? Oh my God, I'm sweating. I'm going to be heading to the pool. And anyways, I got to change. I'm still in my airplane clothes. And my airplane clothes were, I was happy with it today. Melanie, the luggage, and I just bought it. And the other thing was, Melanie, so let me tell you this, Melanie, this was my first time using this luggage. It's Monos, Monos, and it's a Canadian company. It was my first time using it for a trip, like going on a plane, going in an airport, and it slid like so. It wasn't clunky or anything. So beautiful. It was so smooth that I was just loving my luggage, and the case on top of it just fit beautifully. All the pockets. Maybe at some point I'll show it to you. Just in more details, Melanie. But I loved it. Well, there you go. Now you're going to see it everywhere. I loved it. And honestly, it made my airport experience so nice. Even that, because I was like, well, while I'm on this line, I'm just like, I can find things easily in my carry-on. It's gliding beautifully. So anyways, I just had to share this with you. Hi, Marie. I had to share this with you because I just had to. We'll go deeper into this tomorrow on the 1 p.m. call when we talk about your goals. And this is the thing. This is an example of holding the belief. So I made a decision that I was going to be on a plane, and then I did not do anything that would contradict that, like texting Paul or like getting involved in low-level conversations or telling my new friend, even getting involved like, yeah, I hope we make it. No, not available for that. Okay, but do you guys want to know what I am available for? I'm available for the pool. I am so available for the pool. I mean, this was awesome. Just signed up a few new clients that are starting up that will be with us tomorrow, and now I'm going to the pool. All right, and I will share more. I'll share more about this this trip. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow.